Hi guys, I heard something earlier that I really wanted to share with you as it's summarised in such a articulate and elegant way, such as I never could. But I was listening to Amber Grubman with on Lessons in Love, which is Carly Ann's podcast, which is great if you want to go check it out. But she said that there are two main components that we need for a relationship to flourish, especially when in the early dating stages. And she said to think about your fledgling relationship as a little seed that you plant that you want to help grow. Now, what do you need to actually grow that little seed? You need water, but you also need air. So when we're thinking about that in terms of what does a relationship need, it really needs the water, which is the connection, it's the seeing each other, it's the talking, and kind of all that good stuff that we associate with growing a relationship. But it also needs the air, which is the space. Okay, it needs that time to flourish. It needs the space away from a potential partner in order to, miss each other and kind of help it grow in that way and help you figure out your feelings. And I just thought that this was so important because I know that a lot of my clients, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know, it's definitely what I used to do as well. When you're seeing somebody and you like them, you always want to step into that space. You can't let it breathe. And you can sometimes end up suffocating it with your desire to make it grow almost. You waterlog it, don't you? And then it really got me thinking about this idea of space, and we run from space, don't we absolutely run away from space. And to be honest, the whole module in Become Your Leading Lady is all about surrendering and releasing and about creating space in your life. I've got an amazing client at the moment who has ADHD, so sort of not doing anything with space is very difficult for her. But really one of the biggest things we've been working on is just letting herself be and letting herself sit with no distractions, with no apps, alone, and seeing how that space feels. And she loved it, hated it, absolutely hated it, then is loving it again. And she says it's just completely transformational. And I think it's in that space where we give ourselves time to breathe and we give the relationship time to breathe that actually you figure things out. Because the only way to really start to tell the difference between things like your intuition and your anxiety, or when you're not sure how you feel about something, is to sit and is to be, and is to let yourself kind of let yourself be and let yourself have space. Whereas I think we always want to be doing and we always want to be on the go. So it feels completely counterintuitive, doesn't it, to actually stop. But I have to say, one of the kind of biggest factors in meeting my fiance, or making it official with him, or whatever you want to call it, was that actually I gave myself space. I actually took a break from relationships and dating, and always been on the apps and things like that, just because that was what I needed at the time, because I'd been like app mad, dating mad for years. I was an absolute serial dater. But it was in that time, and that was, when I was kind of doing all the work and really going through a transformational time, that it was the space and the quiet that helped me figure out how important this guy actually was to me, and it helped me figure out how I felt. I finally heard that little niggle of intuition that said, you've got to do something here. This could be something. But it was only after literally months of space, guys. And obviously doing all the additional work too. But I just wanted to share that because I do think sometimes we run, don't we? We run from space. We always want to do. We can't ever let anything breathe. If somebody wants space or steps back, we take that as a massive negative. So yeah, bit of a random video, but I just wanted to share a very lovely phrase and way to put it this week. And yeah, share my thoughts on space really. So happy Friday, and I'm actually out the office for half of today, or the office, getting my hair and makeup done. So I'll see you soon.